Speaking of that meeting between the president and the Pope, well, we're about an hour away. It's 7:30 a.m. over in Rome, and many are wondering if the two leaders will start fresh after the pontiff once called the president's border wall, quote, not Christian, a remark Trump then called disgraceful. More on this. We're joined by former U.S. Ambassador to the Holy See, Ray Flynn. Mr. Ambassador, nice to see you, sir. Appreciate you being with us.
It's good to be with you.
So what do you make of this? We've seen the president change, for lack of a better word, his tune from the campaign trail to when he was in Saudi Arabia. We've seen him change some of his views when he went into Israel. Do you think he changes a little bit in this meeting to suddenly sort of these two men soften and come together, or is this contentious?
Well, I don't think it's softening their positions. I think they both have very firm positions about issues. I think what the challenge here is, and they're both good at their business, and that is to find issues of common ground. Pope Francis, who I know, is good at that. There are a number of issues that are very important to him, and President Trump has a number of issues that are very important to him. So, I mean, if I were ever the ambassador again, that's what I would work on, getting them to agree on issues of commonality that bring out the best in both the Vatican and the United States.
In so many ways, as different as these men's views are, there's a lot of commonality, though. They both fancy themselves as outsiders, sort of now at the very center of the establishment. They're people who like to communicate directly with the people, whether it be on Twitter or through speeches. They view themselves as agents of change. They both say that it's important for them to be comfortable with the people they're talking to and have those people be comfortable with them. They seem most at ease inside big crowds and dealing with big crowds. How does that translate into this meeting?
Well, can you imagine, visualize this, that the Pope and the President come together and agree that they'll work together on issues of ending violence, helping end violence in the United States and across the world, like we saw in Manchester the other day, or the persecution of Christians in the world, which I call genocide, and the issue of human trafficking, which the president and his family have been very much involved in. Those are issues that both of them could get significant mileage in terms of winning a big issue for. You know, I'm thinking about, I knew John Paul II very well, and I know what John Paul II did with Ronald Reagan. The most important issue, I've been in politics 40-something years, the most important issue in my life was the Cold War, was communism. The Pope and the presidents of the United States were principally responsible for the collapse of communism. Tear down that wall, and then Pope John Paul II going to Poland and saying, "Be not afraid." That's the historic moment we're facing right now in Rome.
Boy, if we could have a historic moment like that, obviously wouldn't come today, but if these two men could come together and use the power that they have, that is immeasurable on both sides for good. Mr. Ambassador, we appreciate your time and a walk down memory lane. It's important sometimes to remember what's possible. Thanks, Ambassador.
Good to be with you.